Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Telarus Tuesday call. It's August 13th, 2019. I'm Doug Miller, the voice of Telarus, and we are back from our spectacular, just concluded 8th annual Telarus Partner Summit. What a fantastic week we've had with you in Denver. Thanks to all of our partners, suppliers, employees, and likely several other random hotel guests who just got caught up in the fun. So much to take in. This was by far the biggest and best partner summit yet. Two phenomenal keynote addresses from true American heroes, from the founders of the Top Gun, the Navy Strike Fighter Tactics Program. Captain Dan Pedersen and Captain Charlie Plum delivered unforgettable addresses that left us feeling invincible. Telarus revealed new technology to help our partners win. If you were there, you know how significant these will be. There's also a new partner rewards program as Telarus continues to invest in you to grow your business. Phenomenal training took place all through the event on technologies, tools, strategies, and business management. And don't forget the stellar vendor fair and expo, the size of which was just fantastic. We can't begin to thank everyone involved, to you, our partners, for attending, participating, and providing your input and feedback as to how the summit benefits you, and to our suppliers who so generously sponsor this event, making it possible for these tools, activities, and opportunities to be offered. And none of this would happen without the support of Adam, Patrick, Richard, and the entire Telarus management team, and all of our employees, many who were at the event and some remaining behind to ensure that the work goes on in supporting you, our partners. And sincere thanks and congratulations to Amy Bailey and her incomparable marketing team. Their expertise, their dedication, and their sheer will at times to ensure that this event's success knows no bounds. It was absolutely fantastic work, everyone. Thank you from everyone who benefited from this incredible event. And next year's Telarus Partner Summit has also been announced. Plans are already underway. We will be traveling to Nashville, Tennessee, August 11th through the 14th, 2020. Mark your calendar and start practicing your favorite country or Elvis tunes. It is going to be another epic Telarus event. So welcome to today's Telarus Tuesday call. My sincere thanks to Telarus Marketing VP Amy Bailey and Telarus co-founder Patrick Oborn for hosting our most recent call 2 weeks ago. I was out on the road visiting partners and customers for Telarus, and Patrick and Amy did a terrific job offering partners a preview of and all of the last-minute information about that successful Telarus Partner Summit. Also on that last call, we introduced partners to a brand new Telarus supplier, Open Systems, a leading global provider of SD-WAN expertly managed by world-class engineers. Open Systems can eliminate traditional WAN complexity by modernizing enterprise networks to simplify operations and increase business agility. Now, their official training call was held on July 31st. That was recorded. You can listen to that now in your Telarus partner back office. Thanks, Amy and Patrick. It was a great call 2 weeks ago. On today's call, we will hear from Alibaba Cloud. It's a major promotional announcement today, exclusively for Telarus partners. This has been announced nowhere else in North America. Telarus partners, you are the first to know about this unprecedented offer on one of Alibaba Cloud's most differentiated products. You're going to want to hear this. It's Alibaba Cloud. They will join us here in just moments. As always, we invite you to move to the center of each aisle, refrain from any photography or video recordings, and remember that a jiffy is an actual unit of time. It's 1/100th of a second. That's for you, LaPresto. And please log into the video link and live chat platform to see all of today's valuable information and to submit your questions and comments for today's presenters. Well, here we go. Each week, we like to update our President's Club opportunities. Our suppliers continue to help make it so easy for you to qualify for this year's Telarus President's Club Award. We talked about this at Partner Summit. It is an amazing opportunity. We intend to have a lot of folks join us this year. And as you review this list on your screen, you can see how many significant offers are available to get you to our President's Club trip. We're going to be going to the all inclusive Secrets Vallarta Bay. It's a resort in beautiful Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. You can either sell $100,000 in new MRC with any of our suppliers, all combined into one total, all through Telarus, or you can take advantage of one of these specials offers on your screen for a far lower total amount through one supplier. Terrific, easy ways to qualify. You don't want to miss this opportunity to join us next year in Puerto Vallarta. So many great things happen at the 2019 President's Club. We have one special regional event to tell you about this evening, Tuesday, from 5 until 7 p.m. We're going to be in New York City, so please join Telarus and Vonage for a special Tech Talk event. This is going to happen at the Chelsea Piers Golf Club, New York's premier golf destination. Vonage is going to provide expert training on the Vonage Business Cloud, transforming businesses with 5 nines of uptime and real-time communication with stellar phone service, seamless integrations, and so much more. Join us tonight in the Big Apple for this special Telarus and Vonage event. You know, they say good things come to those who wait, but in my experience, those are usually the things left by those who got there first. Don't wait to train on the information that you need to become and remain your client's trusted advisor. We've got 4 excellent training opportunities lined up this week that we're featuring on today's call, and I think there's a few more back there in your back office as well. Take a look. First up, tomorrow, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, you can join Alibaba Cloud for a deep dive training event which will expand on what you'll hear during today's call. We'll have more on that coming up shortly. Later Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Fusion will demonstrate how to increase your revenue with Fusion's newly integrated product portfolio. You know, it's never been easier to deliver complete cloud connectivity and communication solutions to your clients with Fusion, your single source for the cloud. This is a half-hour event, and during that event, you'll learn the new simplified Fusion product structure. There are flexible options for UC, including solutions for every customer type and budget. There will be a demo of the upgraded UC collaboration app and a couple of success stories as well. It's Fusion's integrated products training that happens tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then this Thursday, August 15th, beginning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, GTT will present special Telarus partner only training. GTT owns and operates a global Tier 1 internet network. They provide a comprehensive suite of cloud networking services. GTT is redefining global communications to serve a cloud-based future, connecting people across organizations around the world and to every application in the cloud. Learn how you and your clients can benefit from the GTT opportunity. This special Telarus partner only training with GTT is Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And later Thursday, beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern, special training is on the horizon from CenturyLink on their managed firewall security solutions. Such an enormous market opportunity for this service. Anyone, literally, with an internet connection has a need for managed firewall security. CenturyLink is uniquely positioned to provide the security solutions your clients need. They monitor more than 114 billion NetFlow sessions daily and securely connect, proactively monitor, and effectively defend against constantly evolving security threats. You can find out more during this special CenturyLink security presentation. It happens Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. The details and the registration links for these and for many other live and recorded learning opportunities are all in your Telarus partner back office at agent.telarus.com. And we also like to pass along some of the newest and best spiffs and promotions being offered by our suppliers. 3 of them we want you to consider this week as you evaluate your clients' needs and opportunities. These spiffs are actually from a different call. Let's see. They're just in a different order. Let's start with 8 by 8. First of all, a major opportunity to accelerate your payout with 8 by 8. It's their one platform solution can equip your client with the exact tools they need to communicate, collaborate, and access data all at the speed of business. We're calling this one the Accelerate Spiff, and it's a good one. Close a new deal with 8 by 8 before September 30th. You will earn double the payout. For deals of $1,000 MRR or greater on a 1-year term, you get a 2x payout. That same sale on a 2-year term will earn a 4x payout. And if you close a 3-year deal, there is no minimum dollar threshold. You'll get a 6x payout. It's the Accelerate Spiff, and it's from 8 by 8. And next, from Vonage, empower your clients with customer experience differentiation, because with great CX superpowers come greater rewards. Now through September, you can earn up to a 5x MRR bonus. Here's the offer. Earn 2x MRR on all deals with a minimum 1-year agreement, or earn 4x MRR on all deals with a minimum 2-year agreement. And if that deal includes contact center seats, you take another 1x for a potential of 5x MRR bonus when you simply help your clients differentiate themselves with Vonage CX superpowers. And here's a tremendous offer from CenturyLink. It's their Security Now incentive, and it's simple. Through December, sell CenturyLink Managed Security and earn a 1x MRC payout. CenturyLink's end-to-end managed security services are built to detect, protect, and respond to security threats and malicious activity virtually anywhere your clients do business. It's customized for their needs. Just sell an eligible net new managed security solution. You will enjoy a 1x MRC spiff in the process. Terrific reward from CenturyLink. We have many, many more fantastic deals available from our suppliers as well. You can see these and all of them at promo.telarus.com. Check it out. Great way to increase the money you make from selling the best services available. I think I scared our producer, Steph Lopez, to death a few minutes ago. Sorry about that, Steph. We try to keep things lively. As mentioned earlier, our featured presenter on today's call, speaking of keeping things lively, is Alibaba Cloud, the official cloud services partner to the Olympic Games and the infrastructure powering Alibaba. They provide the high-performance cloud technology to help business perform at its best. And today, we've got a major promotional announcement exclusively for Telarus partners as well. This has been announced nowhere else in North America. You get it here on the Telarus Tuesday call. Hao Lin is the head of channel and strategic initiatives at Alibaba Cloud. He joins us today with all of the details. Hao, welcome to our Telarus Tuesday call. How are you?
I'm doing well, Doug. Yourself?
Very well, thanks. We've had a tremendous week with our Partner Summit. We're getting back into it here with training and all of the information our partners need. Couldn't be happier to have you on the call today.
Thank you. Very happy to be here. Okay, so I guess I will just flip through the slides. Some of you might have participated in a session like this last year, and I'm going to present a few slides that include some updates, to our previous content, and hopefully for the newcomers, you get to learn a little bit about Alibaba Cloud and what we do. And then at the end, we have a promotion that I want to announce. Like Doug mentioned earlier, this is debuting in North America to this crowd here. So I'm hoping that it'll bring some excitement, on a topic that's very near and dear to your heart. And that will be followed by a training on the same topic tomorrow. So, we're announcing a promotion on a product, and we will have a training on the same product tomorrow so that you will be equipped to go sell that to your customers, right after. Thank you. Next slide, please. So just quickly, I want to talk about Alibaba's ecosystem. Obviously, a lot of people know us as the largest e-commerce player globally, and we're also in a few other businesses. We're in the digital media entertainment. Notably, we're also in movies. A lot of people don't know that we're in movies, but there are several movies that are and were made by Alibaba, including the Oscar winner Green Book. It was produced by Alibaba, and we're also in the business of providing local services. But this slide really tells you that, number one, we're more than just an e-commerce player. Number two, everything that we do is powered by Alibaba Cloud. So when you are working with Alibaba Cloud, when you're depending on Alibaba Cloud for your business, you can rest assured that one of the largest web presences globally relies on Alibaba Cloud as well. And if anything happens to it, if somehow we don't perform up to the standard, we really have the most to lose. Next slide, please. So last year, on such call, I talked about our Single Day Shopping Festival, and in 2017, our number was somewhere around $25 billion for the day, on November 11th. So I want to renew those stats. In 2018, on our Single Day Shopping Festival, which was November 11th, we did just under $31 billion, during those 24-hour period. Now, that's all in the news, and that's public knowledge, and a lot of people knew about that. But what I want to share are some stats that are related to cloud computing. So, while everybody knew about the $31 billion, not everybody knew about the fact that the first $1 billion, the transactions for which were conducted in the first 55 seconds of the 24-hour period. So that, along with the fact that, Alibaba had, at its peak, 450,000 transactions per second, really showcased, the extreme scalability and reliability, on the platform. What else? There's during the 24-hour period, we defended against 1.6 billion cybersecurity attacks. So this is a surprise to many, but when you think about it, if you were a hacker, wanting to conduct malicious activities, what else can make you famous overnight than taking down a $31 billion day, right? So this was when we were shouldering a tremendous amount of security pressure, and we were able to sustain and maintain and protect against them all. Lastly, we rely heavily on NLP/machine learning technologies. So more than 98% of all interactions during that 24-hour period was completely handled by machines. So these are some of the technology aspects, of Single Day. So hopefully from now on, that Single Day isn't just about a huge shopping day. It also, is a very good use case that showcases Alibaba Cloud's capabilities. Next slide, please. So just some quick statistics. According to Gartner, we are currently the third largest public cloud provider globally. We have 20 different regions that we operate in, and then among those 20 regions, we have 58 availability zones. So geographic region, we have 20 over the world, and then which I'll explain on one of the following slides. And then availability zones, we have 58. Each availability zone means a data center. Next slide, please. So this is also a slide that showcases where we are ranked among the analysts. So on the very left-hand side, you'll see that this is a Forrester Wave, ranking as #1 in China, which should be no surprise. And then if you look at the one in the middle, This is an IDC tracker, that again shows that we're 43% of the Chinese market. On the right-hand side, this is a Gartner market share analysis, talking about our share in the Asia Pacific region. So no longer just China, we're also ranked number one in the Asia Pacific region at almost 20%. And then, like I said earlier, in Gartner's Magic Quadrant, as well as global market share analysis, we're ranked number 3 globally. Next slide, please. So this is what I was talking about, our footprint around the world. So certainly, we have a very large presence in China, with 8 regions. And then in Southeast Asia, as well as North Asia, we have 7 regions in Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, and India. So those 15 regions, really make us the number 1 cloud player in the region, in the Asia Pacific region. And then in the EMEA region, we have London, we have Frankfurt, and we have Dubai. And then in the United States, of course, we have Northern Virginia as well as Silicon Valley. So again, 20 regions. Apologies, I should probably have updated that. These numbers do change fairly rapidly. And then 58 total availability zones. One of the things that, I wanted to, thank you. I wanted to make one point. This is where it's a little bit different from from the other cloud providers, global cloud providers. You can set up, maintain, and control cloud resources around the world with just one account. While that sounds trivial, we're really one of the very, very few vendors in the space that can do that because of rules and regulations of different countries. So one account, you can leverage your resources worldwide, from anywhere. Next slide, please. So this is, a slide that showcases, the industry certifications and compliance certifications that we have. And again, a lot of the multinational companies, when they want to evaluate a cloud provider, this is one of the first things that they look at, because data security and privacy and compliance, are on top of mind, right? In Europe, there's GDPR. In the US, we have certainly industry standards like PCI and HIPAA. There are starting to be GDPR-like regulations that are in discussions currently in the US. And then certainly in Asia and China as well, there are different compliance standards. And one of the things Alibaba takes very seriously is security and data privacy. So what we do is we look for compliance certifications and security certifications that are important in every region, and we try to go get as many of them as possible. We try to comply with as high of a standard as possible. So take an example. Not only are we GDPR compliant in Europe, but we also have C5 certification with additional requirements, and we were the first provider, a global public cloud provider, that obtained that status. Obviously, in the US, we have ISO, PCI, and HIPAA, CSA Star. In Asia, we have, certainly other trusted compliance certificates. So the message I wanted to derive from this slide is that we take security, compliance, and privacy very seriously. Next slide, please. So this is getting into sort of the meat of this presentation, and this is the start of the promotion that I will announce next. One of the most unique capabilities that Alibaba Cloud has, that is different from other cloud providers, is that we have a SD-WAN-like capability. And when I say SD-WAN-like, it's really SD-WAN on steroids that connects all of our regions globally. Okay, so imagine having an SD-WAN that connects from point A to point B. Let's just say point A is California and point B is China, say Shanghai. And then, you take that route and multiply that by 12 or 15 or 20. And then there, a lot of different routes between two different geographic regions globally that all connect and form a enterprise network. So this is a very unique capability that you can offer your customers in two ways. One is you're able to offer a multinational company that operates in different regions of the world true enterprise private connectivity that are over an SD-WAN like technology. That's number one. Okay, this is very flexible, and you don't need to go get a lease line. You don't need to get it set up. That takes weeks. You don't need to get a inflexible contract. That might lock them down to a certain bandwidth. It's dynamic. And then number two, which is very, very unique about our solution, is that this technology provides a fast lane in and out of China. So I want to be very clear with this. A lot of multinational companies, when they send data in and out of China, because of a very special circumstance, the speed and the reliability are very poor. Okay, if you have a multinational customer that operates in China, I guarantee you this is an issue. What we do is this technology, and I will give it a name in the following slide, it's called Cloud Enterprise Networks. Allows multinational companies to send data in and out of China very fast, very reliably, no drop packets. Okay, so the bandwidth is dynamic. So if today, let's just hypothetically say that you have a 50 megabit bandwidth, on this cloud enterprise network, and then next month or in November when we have our Singles Day, you feel like your traffic is going to skyrocket. You can adjust that, in a matter of a few hours from 50 meg to 200 meg to 500 meg to a gig. After the sale, when you expect the traffic to come down a little bit more, you can adjust it down to 250, 150. Okay, so it's dynamic bandwidth, it's self-service, it's fast deployment. One of the exciting things about this promotion, and I will cover it on the next slide, please don't flip just yet, is that obviously the promotion is on a limited time, and a lot of times we think, well, it's going to take me 1 or 2 months just to sell it. But the cool thing about this is, first of all, this is leveraged and enjoyed by a lot of the very large multinational companies, Fortune companies, some of the largest sharing economy companies, right? So a lot of large multinationals use this, and then the sales cycle on this is typically, between 2 to 6 weeks, because we're able to help you set up a POC environment for your client in a matter of a day, and then we can help them configure their connection point to our cross-border bandwidth, and they can see the results literally within the first week, right? So this is a very fast sales cycle. They can see the improvement over the status quo very quickly, and then as a result, you're able to close your deal, very quickly as well. So this is a classic example of a CEN use case, Cloud Enterprise Network. It's you can have a China to a US connection, you can have a China to Asia, China to Europe, or you can have US to Europe. And again, like I said, for a true multinational, which has needs to connect their presence around the world. This is a very unique solution that truly provides them with a private enterprise network that covers their offices, their data center, their individual devices, right? They can have a true private network. Next slide, please. So this is my last couple slides, and like Doug mentioned earlier, we have an unprecedented promotion. And what do I mean by that? So Doug opened the call by saying that this is one of our most popular and differentiated products that Alibaba Cloud sells. Typically, when you have a product that is popular and differentiated, you don't give a lot of discounts. So, I'm announcing here that, we are providing, a promotional discount of up to 50% for cross-border cloud enterprise network. So, for example, US-China, obviously that's not the only cross-border. US-China, US, Asia-Pacific, China, Asia-Pacific, China, Europe. So any of these cross-border China, again, like I was talking about, this solves a very, very common and specific issue that every multinational companies operating in China has. When you buy a cross-border connectivity solution that is over 100 megabits per second, you get 50% off. And obviously there's a sliding scale. When you do below 100, the discount's a little lower. But again, this is an unprecedented promotion. Sorry, my Zoom just disconnected. But you have an unprecedented promotion that is offered to your customers. And the second point is, Stefania, can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're still there, Hal. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic.
Doing great.
Sorry, my Zoom disconnected. The second point, and I will speak, about this from memory, is that let me pull up my slides here because my Zoom just went away. Excuse me for a second. There we go. The second point is the promotion is debuting on this call. So this has never been announced in North America, and the promotion ends on October 31st. Okay, and then the third thing is every company has operations in APAC can benefit from this. So one of the things that I'm particularly excited about is that we have a group of very, very talented sales individuals from the Telarus group that are very familiar and comfortable in talking about connectivity and SD-WAN, right? So this is right in your wheelhouse. You have a differentiated solution that you're comfortable in talking about. Unprecedented promotion in North America. For the first time, we're announcing this, and every company that operates there can benefit from this. Next slide, please. Doug, have we flipped on the next slide?
We have. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry for my issue. I haven't seen the next slide. So let me.
This is the call to action slide?
Call to action, yes. So my call to action is very simple. Tomorrow we have a training call like Doug announced earlier. And it's the same time in the morning. And, the training will be conducted by my esteemed colleague, Dr. John Wang. And he will talk in detail on how Cloud Enterprise Network works, and then how we can help you set up a POC with your clients very quickly. And then, please contact me for any questions or follow-ups on any opportunities that you might have with your clients. And we're very excited, to help you sell more of this. That's already all I have.
Hal, that's a terrific presentation. This is an exciting product. We're thrilled to have you on the call here today. For all of our partners listening, this is Hal Lin from Alibaba Cloud. Tremendous presentation about their Cloud Enterprise Networks service, and really just an introduction into what Alibaba Cloud can do for our partners. We've been focused a lot on our Tuesday calls over the last 6 months or so on international capabilities and opportunities, and this is a tremendous example of that. Just so that everybody is familiar, of course, Alibaba Cloud provides the cloud computing services for Alibaba itself, which, if you're unfamiliar with it, is the most popular destination for online shopping in the world. The transactions on Alibaba's sites totaled about $248 billion last year. That is more than those of eBay and Amazon combined. And Alibaba Cloud provides that infrastructure to do that. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, they are also providing infrastructure for the Olympic Games. No small task there either. So we're talking about a major player in the global and the international markets, and Hao has very graciously introduced us to a number of their capabilities. But CEN, or the Cloud Enterprise Networks, I think is such a popular opportunity for any multinational corporation type of client, and of course a great promotion for our partners. Hao, we've got some terrific questions that have come in from our partners. We want to start with those, and then just ask you a couple of other things to clarify. And don't forget the training, of course, for any of you that have an interest in this tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Be sure and join that. So first of all, a couple of questions that came in. Can you talk a little bit, how about the difference between Alibaba Cloud's offering and, let's say, the Google Cloud Platform, GCP, or Microsoft Azure? As our partners say, both of these allow dynamic passing of nodes to regional instances globally in less than milliseconds. What sets Alibaba Cloud apart from these other offerings?
Thank you for that question, and I really appreciate this question because it means that, at least to this individual, I don't need to explain as much on how this technology works. The biggest difference between GCP and Azure and our solution, and we're talking specifically on this transient network capability that we have, is that we offer a fast lane in and out of China, and where GCP doesn't operate and Azure doesn't have this capability. For the rest of the world, I am imagining that we are on par or a little bit more advanced in this capability, because we are offering a global mesh as opposed to a point-to-point connection. And the details can be discussed in the training tomorrow, but we're basically taking, hypothetically, what is a bunch of point-to-point connections, and we are dynamically and virtually constructing a hub and spoke. Okay, so that is really the differences there too. One is the cross-border China, a fast lane that cannot be done by Azure, and GCP doesn't exist in China. And two, in this type of technology, we are a bit more advanced because, again, we're offering in its second iteration a global full mesh, that is very flexible and dynamic as opposed to just a point-to-point. Thank you.
Great answer. Another question that came in from Wes Smead. Thank you, Wes, for the question. We're talking about the CEN product, Cloud Enterprise for multinational corporations. He's asking if this solution or any similar solution is available or cost-effective for companies with networks that are inside the United States.
Thank you for that question. My answer would be that, with this promotion, we can take a look at whether it's, going to be cost effective. I think we price competitively with this promotion. I feel confident, that we're going to have a pricing advantage. But like I said, I think the true differentiator for CEN for cloud enterprise networks is cross-border China and full global mesh. So if your deployment is within one geographic region, in this case, United States, technologically, we are a little bit less differentiated, but like I said, with this promotion, we feel that we could have a pricing advantage.
Very good. So let's talk about that sales cycle again. I'm impressed by the idea that services can be up and running within a 2 to 6 week sales cycle, and that in addition to what we might normally see as a standard version of these types of products, you offer dynamic bandwidth available as well, so that the customer is not necessarily locked into an inflexible contract or a static sort of bandwidth that they can't increase when they may need it, similar to what you've described about these spectacular sales days and fluctuations in business levels that go on.
Correct, and I think that's a great point. With the help of my solution architect and somebody that is hands-on on the customer side, we usually are able to spin up the service in 1 or 2 days. Actually, we have done this in hours, but I want to be, play it safe, 1 or 2 days. And then customer usually takes, about a week to test it, sometimes 2, for the larger corporations, because they can instantly see the difference. And a lot of times they don't need a lot of time. I mean, this is something that either works or doesn't. So it is a short sales cycle, and typically our customers see a difference right away. And like I said earlier, we count, Fortune companies, one of the largest sharing economy companies in the world, performing, mission critical operations, leveraging this capability. One of those companies that I just talked about, uses it to, call Active Directory back in headquarters from China. Right? Imagine, if that capability was down, you can't do anything. The other one calls payment gateway, from China, to the U.S. Again, a mission critical operation. So this is heavily relied upon by large multinationals, and again, one of our most differentiated products.
Let's go back and talk a little bit more about data security, privacy, and compliance. As we're dealing with opportunities here in the United States, of course, that has become every day a greater and more serious issue. And it's especially challenging when there are operations around the world, overseas, and so forth, with all of the different sorts of compliance and certifications that are required. We showed a slide where we put up at least 14 different certifications that Alibaba Cloud has, and you described as always trying to stay on the cutting edge of those that are required and those that are being developed around the world. A lot of people have concerns about privacy and compliance as we're looking at connectivity around the globe. There have been a lot of companies and corporations in the news lately that may or may not be found to be compliant. Talk just a little bit more about why our partners and their customers would be confident in using Alibaba Cloud for their international needs.
Excellent question, Doug. And trust me, I get this in every one of my meetings. So I don't think I need to iterate on the fact that we are a Chinese cloud company, and especially with the current geopolitical situation, there are some perception issues, not necessarily Alibaba Cloud, but for Chinese companies in general. Because of that, we go above and beyond, trying to make sure that we do everything we can to address and alleviate our customers' concerns. So, in addition to the certificates that you see on the slide, which is not everything that we have, I'm happy to share on our webpage. There's a full list of compliance certificates that we do have. We also can provide under NDA to our customers a SOC 2 report, which really contains excruciating detail of how our data center operations and controls look like. And like I was saying earlier, I call some of the largest Fortune companies my customers, and when we really peel the onions back and look at how we handle security controls and operations, I have not passed a security assessment from these large Fortune companies. So I feel very confident, that if you have a customer that genuinely worries about security and they want to see we can pass their tests, be my guest. I will help you do that, and I feel very confident with that process.
And Alibaba Cloud isn't really just all about cloud, is it? I mean, you've diversified into other areas of products and services as well. We mentioned retail earlier, finance, applications that are designed to further green initiatives around the globe. Talk just a little bit about Alibaba's focus in those areas as well.
Yeah, thank you, and I certainly can, but rather than doing so, I want to bring one point. It is more than just cloud. Alibaba Cloud is now, the total technology provider for Alibaba Group, which operate different and diverse business lines. Like you said, retail, there's finance, among others. So as a result, we have industry capabilities under Alibaba Cloud. For example, let's take retail, for example. We are able to provide solutions such as new retail, right? This is a online, offline, omni-channel integration, that specifically caters to the retail sector. In finance, we have capabilities to help analyze risk for each consumers, because we're in the finance business. So there are a lot of different capabilities, that we have because we've had to serve our own business units first and foremost, like I said earlier. So we're more than just cloud. We have absolutely a lot of different industry capabilities that we have to offer to our customers because we've needed to offer it to our biggest customer, which is Alibaba.
Fantastic answer. This is just an incredible amount of information that we've tried to condense into just a small amount of time here on the call. We do, of course, have the deep dive call tomorrow where we're going to get into much more of the technicalities of what's available and really go into detail as to the product itself, how it can be utilized with multinational corporations, and how our partners go about getting very specific answers to specific questions about where and how this can be set up. Talk just a little bit more, if you would, about the training tomorrow, what our partners can expect, and any questions that tend to come up frequently there that they might want to be ready for.
Yeah, so the training tomorrow will be conducted by my colleague, Dr. Wang, and I will open and then I will pass it to him. But basically, we're going to talk about how CEN works, and then what kind of problems it solves most commonly, which I briefly described today, and then how we can help you move on to a POC quickly. So you will learn about the problem statement, how we solve it with some technical detail, and then how we help you move this along the sales cycle.
Well, it sounds like a tremendous opportunity. I hope our partners will plan on joining. That's going to be tomorrow morning, Wednesday, at 11 a.m. Eastern with Alibaba Cloud. Again, if you take a look at their website and see everything that they're doing and what they are able to power by itself, which is just a fascinating story all on its own, you'll be very impressed. And this is something that, as we move into more and more multinational, international markets, something about which our partners should be aware. Hal, thank you very much for your time today on our call. We look forward to that tomorrow. It's been great to get to know you a little bit better, and we'll look forward to even more information. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug, and the Telarus team. Look forward to working with you all.
Great to work with you. And of course, our thanks to each of you, our partners and suppliers, for your attendance and participation today. We so appreciate you taking time to join us on our Tuesday call. If you have suggestions for the call, we'd love to have you email those to marketing@telarus.com. Similarly, if you have feedback, questions, or ideas for our Telarus Partner Summit just concluded, we'd appreciate you sending those as well. We will be back next week with more, including a recap of the Telarus Partner Summit events and information you won't want to miss next week's call. Till then, I'm Doug Miller, the voice of Telarus. Have a great selling week, everyone.